What's up guys, it's Cadillac CTS-V back with another video. As you guys know and seen, my car is broken. You guys saw me get stranded in downtown LA and I've been talking about having a blown head gasket. So today we are finally gonna start fixing it. As you can see, you can't really see the car, but it's all covered up because it's been parked back here for about a month now. So today we're gonna start off by trying to drain all the coolant in the car. So we're gonna get under the car, drain the supercharger coolant and the engine coolant, and from there I will catch you guys when I'm under the car or starting to jack up the car. But because this camera's all big and it's gonna be hard to work with, I'm gonna be switching to the GoPro. So the quality's not gonna probably be as good, but it's gonna be a lot easier to maneuver and handle. All right, I'll catch you guys on the GoPro. All right guys, so now you guys can see, I actually need ramps to roll onto before I can even fit a low profile jack on my car. Because I am on the, which you can't tell now, but I am on the iBox springs. You could probably, I'll probably be able to show you from underneath, but I roll on some ramps and then I'm jacking it up. And then I got a jack stand on the other side. Now I'm lifting up this side, put a jack stand over here, and then we'll start the process of taking off probably the under panels. So I have lost a good amount of like little clips. So I have zip ties holding on a lot. Like, gotta pop this one. There's a couple more zip ties on that side, but now I'm gonna start off by cutting the clips and popping the zip ties to show everything underneath. All right, now the whole underside of the car is gone. The panel is right there. So you can see pretty much everything down here. So now I need to grab my little wrench, take this off. I'll have me a little like catch bucket, and I'm gonna drain the car's coolant into the bucket. Now I switch to an 8mm socket, and I'm taking that off right there. And then coolant should just flow right out. Let's get you set up so you can probably see it pretty good. You don't want to do that and get coolant all over yourself. It's not fun. Now we're just gonna put it back on. Because that's all the coolant out of the supercharger. And then next we will do the engine coolant. All right, next off, we're taking out the engine coolant, which is this hose right here. I'm gonna use this tool because it has a clamp on it to squeeze it and then slide it off. Let's try not to spill all over ourselves this time. That definitely didn't happen. Well, it wasn't my best job, as you guys saw earlier. I did make a little bit of a mess, so I do need to spray off the floor. Here's all the coolant. So I'm gonna drop the car back down, and next we're taking off the lid and blower. All right, now this strut tower has to come off. We got 2 bolts on each side. Then we'll have access to the supercharger lid to take that off next. All right, next up we got to take off these bolts, and then the lid comes off. Probably gonna spill some coolant after we take it off. There might be a little still back there. All right, so the lid is off. And I know a lot of people complain about their bricks collapsing when you put a smaller pulley on, and this brick is collapsed. I don't know if you guys can really tell if you look from the top down maybe, but you could see there's a little bit of an indent. I did have a catch can on the car that's supposed to help clean the supercharger and not allow it to get all dirty, but as you guys can still see right here, it's still pretty nasty down here, which is not good. So I know I am, when I do take this off right now. I'm probably gonna clean it, make it nice and shiny again, which I don't know if it's gonna get shiny, but it is really dirty, so I'm making sure it's gonna get nice and clean. Oh, and this gasket has to be replaced every time you take off the supercharger, so I'd make sure to order one of these before. Comment down below if you guys need a part number, because I ordered one, so I have it and I have the part number. So comment down below if you need me to post part numbers for all the stuff I'm replacing, but this is one-time use. All right guys, so I'm gonna get this belt off real quick now that I'm on the head mount GoPro. Let's get this belt off. There we go. That's our supercharger belt is gonna be coming off now. Now I'm gonna try to get some of this wiring out the way, like the intake or the throttle body, not intake, throttle body cable. This one, I don't think, yeah. Just trying to clean up some space, make it a little bit easier when I try to get to these fuel rails. All right, now I'm gonna try to unplug the injector clips. This is the start right here. Let me get this one off. This isn't an injector clip, but let's see. These fuel rails are pretty big, so it's not gonna be easy. All right guys, I forgot to hit start, but now I'm taking the valve cover off because it's blocking me from getting the fuel rail off because of my catch can. Since I have AN fittings on the valve cover, it's blocking me from getting the fuel rail off on this side. Alright guys, so because of these, like I said on the other side, I have to remove my valve cover to be able to get access to the fuel rail. So I'm gonna remove my valve cover real quick, pop it off, then I'll pop off the fuel rail, and then that's pretty much gonna be it for the fuel rails. As you can see, the other side's done over there, right there. So I'll pop these off real quick. It just needs to come off slightly, just so that 10AN fitting right here gives me room to slide off the rail. Alright guys, now I got the valve cover all disconnected, just gotta pop it off real quick. So now I got enough room, and I should be able to, oh, before I do that, let me disconnect the injectors. Jumping the gun here guys, I'm jumping the gun. Let me sit this back up on there. Alright guys, so I got this side's fuel rail off. I got a little distracted, so you might not have seen me pull it fully off. Dad came out here and was talking to me. But now I'm starting on the blower. I did get my little rubber hose to disconnect from the throttle body. Now I'm taking off the blower bolts, and then the blower should lift right off. Hopefully. So we did run into a small problem. As you can see, the car got all covered up again because it started sprinkling on us. It was supposed to rain this week, but I wanted to get it done, so I had to cover the car up real quick, so it didn't get all soaking wet. And now we're gonna continue on pulling off this blower and hopefully maybe taking off the heads today. All right guys, so now I'm taking off the throttle body just to get it out the way. Probably gonna, it actually doesn't look that dirty, surprisingly. I'm gonna take this off so I have easier access to the blower. Alright guys, so I think I'm wrapping up this video here. I got the blower, the lid, the fuel rail, and all that uninstalled. So the next part is going to be basically pulling the heads. After that will probably be a couple weeks until I post the next video, which might only be a week or so for you guys, because it takes time for me to make these videos, edit and all that. So next we'll be pulling the heads, and then we'll be putting it all back together. But I'm on here telling you guys to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share this with your friends, and I'll catch you guys in the next part pulling off the heads. Peace.